Well, hello. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Randy Rex Show. The last season of The Traitors, the one that just ended, it was so good. Even though I didn't love the finale or all of the winners, I I loved the show, and we're already 4 episodes into Survivor. So I needed to get into some sort of groove, into some sort of routine. And maybe this is it. Maybe I have finally found that. Time will tell. So, episode one. Episode one, we get the classic intro. We get to meet most of the survivors, if not all of them. It was a super long episode, so we pretty much got to hear from everyone a little bit. If let's see, I guess I can break it down by tribe. So I believe it is Logi. Logi is the purple tribe, and they have Shahan, Thomas, Bianca, Joe, Eva, and Star. So in the first episode, we see Eva, who is a younger, very successful woman, but she's also autistic. She's athletic. She has a lot to offer in this game. She, kind of talks to us about that and the difficulties that she can face. And she ends up confiding in Joe, who is this older guy, father of like 3 or 4, I think, and he sees his daughters in her, and they create this bond right away. But Joe has made an alliance with Shahan and Thomas. They are all from California or have lived in California at some point, so they're the California girls. Thomas has an alliance with Bianca, so they kind of have this core group amongst them, and then they have Bianca and Eva kind of on the outskirts of their alliance. Star is the one that is left out. For the Orange Tribe, the Siva tribe, we have Kyle, Mitch, Camilla, Charity, David, and Chrissy. So within this group, within this tribe, in the first episode, we see Chrissy and Mitch bond. Not Chrissy, Charity and Mitch, excuse me. David is kind of, I don't really remember. He's just kind of like a goofball, and he connects with everyone in the tribe. Chrissy is just kind of there. We don't really see much of her. Camilla, we just get a little bit of her, nothing too crazy. Kyle, of course, goes on the journey at the beginning of the episode, and he loses, and ultimately Siva doesn't get any of their flint or any of their survival stuff. Unfortunately, the next tribe, the Green Tribe, Vulu, they lose immunity in this first episode, and a lot of the time is focused on them. So, Say is a really strong, aggressive player. She comes straight out of the gate and ends up making a 4-person alliance with herself, Cedric, Kevin, and Justin, leaving Mary and Stephanie on the outs, who are kind of just like taking the game a little bit more easy. They're still making bonds, they're still making connections, but they're just not being aggressive as Say. Long story short, the 4 do come together and they vote out Stephanie. Mary votes for Say. In the next episode, you see Say confronting her and telling Mary that she's over it, but at the same time not being over it. What else? Let's see. So in episode 2, we do see Star get the Beware advantage, and she loses her vote. She cannot get her vote back, nor does she really have any idol from this Beware advantage she found until she can solve this puzzle and open this thing. She ends up telling Shahan and Joe, and they both are kind of like, do we help her? Do we not help her? She's on the outs. What do we do? She ends up bringing Thomas and Bianca on top of that. So pretty much everyone knows, Joe tells Eva. In the Siva tribe, we see that Mitch has a moment with Jeff where Jeff asks him how he prefers for people to handle his speech impediment. And he tells them that, the ideal way that would work out is people would just give him time to say what he wants to say. And Mitch is the first Survivor contestant in 48 years to have a speech impediment. But what else happens in that tribe? Is it Camilla? I think it is Camilla that finds the advantage, the beware advantage, and she does solve it. Or no, she doesn't solve it, but I think it's Kyle that found it, and he went to her and he helped her find it. Someone, I can't remember right now. So there's that, and then unfortunately Vulu does lose again. They go to tribal again, but instead of Mary being ceremoniously voted out, somehow Kevin is the one that takes the hit this tribal, and he is the second person voted out of Survivor 48. So in episode 3, we see the Vulu tribe lose yet again. So really nothing crazy is shown amongst the other tribes. Maybe in the Lagi tribe, Star solves the puzzle and gets her vote back. I'm pretty sure Star has a vote right now, if I'm not mistaken. Siva. I can't even think of anything that really happened in Siva. Nothing very significant in episode 3. But in episode 3, when Vulu goes to tribal, Mary does not vote. She plays her shot in the dark, and it hit, and I screamed out loud. It was amazing. Votes for Mary do not count. They all voted for Mary, and Mary voted for Justin. And Justin ends up going home. I don't even know if that's the way it actually went. I just know that Mary couldn't vote. Yeah, that's not what happened. It was like this really crazy tribal where like Justin had went on a journey that episode, lost his vote, didn't tell anyone. Mary played her shot in the dark and it hit. So that's 2 votes out right there. Cedric and Say are the only people voting. And they're supposed to be really tight. Like, Cedric just kept Say over Kevin. And they were supposed to be in cahoots with Justin. So this is a big deal. He votes for Say votes for Justin. It's a tie. They go to a re-vote. Same thing. Cedric votes for Say again. Say votes for Justin again. They're deadlocked. They can't reach a decision. Usually that would mean that the people that are in the tie are safe, meaning Justin and Say, but Mary's already safe, so then it would just be Cedric, but then he would be the one voting. I don't know. It was a very confusing tribal, but it ended up being where Cedric was the only one that had a vote or a say in who went home. And you would think this whole time he voted for Say 2 times to the point where they went to a tiebreaker, but she talks him out of it. And he literally makes Say and Mary promise that they're going to get along right in front of Justin before he tells Jeff that he's going to vote Justin out. And Justin's voted out. So the Vulu tribe is down to 3 people: Say, Mary, and Cedric. But guess what, baby? In episode 4, there's a tribe swap. So we are down to 15 tribe members, 15 castaways, if you will. So in this new tribe swap, we have 3 tribes of 5. In the first tribe, we have 2 Siva members with Mitch and Chrissy. 2 Vulu members, Say and Cedric, stay together. And Bianca is the only one from the Alagi tribe. In the next tribe, we have David, Charity, Mary. Well, David and Charity are from Siva. Mary is from Vulu. And then from Logi, we have Star and Eva. And then this next tribe, this is the tribe that loses and goes to tribal. We have the California girls, Shahan, Thomas, and Joe, with Kyle and Camilla. So you would think the California girls, having the advantage, will just pick off one of Siva's tribe's members, Kyle or Camilla. But Camilla has an extra vote and Kyle has an idol. So Camilla gives Kyle her extra vote. That way he can play his idol and ensure that he'll still be able to use they'll still be able to use the extra vote, because you have to have a vote to have an extra vote. And if there is a tie and Camilla is the person they vote for, then she won't have a vote at all, and then so she won't have her extra vote. And this works beautifully and sadly to the chagrin of the California girls and Thomas, the target, the one that they hit and got out of the game. So this is going to be an amazing season. It is already off to a great start. I can't wait to be back here next Saturday to record all of the happenings. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Randy Rex Show. I hope that you guys are enjoying this season. I know I have definitely been a lot on off and not very consistent with my posting, but the season is going to wrap up at the end of May. At the beginning of May is going to be the premiere of Survivor Austin. We have been recording for that. We have a reshoot next week where we're going to finish it, complete all of the filming, and then of course all of the editing will come after that. A very exciting time right now. You know, there's a lot of TV, there's a lot of movies, there's a lot of music. So just hold on tight, brace yourself, and come along on the ride with me.